Have you ever looked at someone vibrant in their 80s, 90s, or even past 100? Still full of energy, still gardening, still enjoying time with loved ones, maybe even still walking to the market? And you just wondered? What's their secret? Is it just good genes? Is it luck? Or could it be something more? Something we might have control over right here, right now? For the longest time, many of us in the Western world just accepted that getting older meant things naturally slow down. Aches and pains become normal, maybe our memory isn't quite as sharp. But what if I told you that growing older doesn't have to mean growing weak? What if there are simple, powerful habits, not fads or expensive treatments, but timeless practices that can help you not just add years to your life, but add life to your years? Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the secrets of longevity from the people and places where living past 100 is surprisingly common. We're going to look at what scientists have discovered in the famous blue zones around the world, places like the islands of Japan and Greece, or the mountains of Italy, and we'll gain incredible insights from remarkable individuals, like Dr. Shigaki Hinohara, a beloved Japanese physician who himself lived a vibrant life all the way to age 105. In this video, we're going to reveal 12 simple, powerful secrets, blending wisdom from these long-lived communities with practical science, covering both the food you eat and the way you live. These aren't complicated. They're gentle shifts you can start making today. Before we dive into these 12 secrets, I'd love to hear from you. What's one healthy habit you've already adopted on your journey to aging well? Maybe it's something small like drinking more water, or perhaps it's a bigger change you've made. Share it in the comments below. Your experience might just be the inspiration someone else needs today. And speaking of things that might surprise you, wait until you see what Dr. Hinohara's simple daily breakfast included, or how the world's longest living people approach something as basic as movement. If you find value in this message, in the idea that we have more power over our health than we think, please give this video a like. It truly helps us reach more people who need this information. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications, so you don't miss any of the upcoming tips on living your healthiest, happiest life. Ready to uncover the secrets to living well past 60? Let's begin with something surprising about our genetics. So, we're starting this journey by asking, can we really influence how long and how well we live? Many people believe it's all written in our DNA, right? If your parents or grandparents lived long lives, you've got a golden ticket. If they faced health struggles early on, maybe you feel like you're destined for the same. But here's where the science offers us some incredibly empowering news. While genetics do play a role, think of them as perhaps loading the gun. It's our lifestyle that pulls the trigger. Research actually shows that only about 20 to 30% of how long we live is determined by our genes. That leaves a massive 70 to 80% influenced by, you guessed it, our daily choices. This means things like what you put on your plate, how much you move your body, how you handle the ups and downs of stress, and even how connected you feel to your community. These aren't just small details. They are the major players in the game of longevity and healthy aging. Just look at the difference often seen here in the United States versus those special places we're exploring today. In the US, it's almost become normal to expect high blood pressure, diabetes, or joint issues as we get older. But when you visit or study places like Okinawa, Japan, or Sardinia, Italy, those blue zones, you see communities where people commonly reach 90 or 100 without these chronic diseases. They're still active, still gardening, still living independently. Their genes aren't fundamentally different from ours, but their daily habits are. This isn't about blaming ourselves for past choices. Not at all. It's about realizing the incredible power we hold right now. Unlike our genes, we can absolutely do something about our lifestyle starting today. It's the most exciting news because it puts the possibility of a longer, healthier life squarely in your hands. So, if lifestyle is the key, what exactly are these long-lived people doing differently? Let's pull back the curtain and explore the common threads, the real secrets woven into the daily lives of people in the blue zones. So, we know now that a huge part of living a long, healthy life isn't just about the genes we were given, but about the choices we make every single day. If that's the case, what exactly are these choices? What are the people doing in these special places where living to 100 isn't rare, but remarkably common? These areas, dubbed blue zones by National Geographic researcher Dan Buettner, are scattered across the globe, from the islands of Okinawa, Japan, and Ikaria, Greece, to the mountains of Sardinia, Italy, the Nicoya Peninsula in Costa Rica, and even right here in the U.S. in Loma Linda, California. They're incredibly diverse places, but the people there share some powerful, simple habits that scientists believe are key to their longevity. Common threads of long life. It's not about fancy pills or complex diets. The secrets are beautifully straightforward. They eat mostly plants. Their plates are filled with vegetables, beans, lentils, whole grains, nuts, and fruits. Meat is rare, often saved for special occasions. They move naturally. They don't spend hours at the gym. Instead, their lives are set up to include movement, walking to the store, tending gardens, doing housework. They belong. They are deeply connected to their families, communities, or faith groups. They are never truly alone. They have purpose. They wake up each day with a reason, something that gives their life meaning, known as ikigai in Okinawa. They manage stress. They have routines to shed stress, whether it's a quiet moment, prayer, or socializing. They stop eating at 80% full. This mindful habit, called harachibu in Okinawa, prevents overeating. A glimpse of Ikaria. Take Ikaria, Greece, for example. People there often live well into their 90s, not just surviving, but thriving. They eat simple, homemade food, lots of wild greens, beans, and local olive oil. They take afternoon naps, they dance at community festivals, and live in multi-generational homes where elders are cherished and involved. Compare that to our fast-paced, sometimes isolated Western lifestyle, rushing through meals, long hours sitting, less community connection. It makes you think, doesn't it? The powerful lesson. Longevity isn't just about what you eat. It's just as much, if not more, about how you live. And the truly inspiring part? You don't have to move to a blue zone to benefit from these habits. You can start weaving these principles, more plant foods, natural movement, stronger connections, moments of calm, right into your life, creating your own blue zone, wherever you are. And speaking of those plant-based powerhouses that are a cornerstone of these long-lived diets, let's start by focusing on one of the simplest, most accessible food groups that can make a huge difference. Leafy greens and other colorful vegetables. So, we've seen that a cornerstone of life in the blue zones is a diet built primarily on plants. And when we talk about the power of plants, where do we even begin? Well, let's start with the absolute essentials, the humble heroes found on plates around the world, especially where people live the longest. I'm talking about leafy greens and other colorful vegetables. You know them: spinach, kale, romaine, broccoli, bell peppers, carrots, sweet potatoes. These aren't fancy or exotic, but they are packed with an incredible amount of goodness, especially for us as we get older. Why they're superheroes for seniors? They are incredibly nutrient-dense, meaning you get a whole lot of vitamins and minerals without a lot of calories. They're brimming with vitamin K, which is vital not only for blood clotting but also plays a key role in keeping our bones strong as we age. They give us vitamin C for a healthy immune system and glowing skin, and vitamin A for vision. And remember those folks in Ikaria and Okinawa with great eyesight? Leafy greens are loaded with lutein and zeaxanthin, natural compounds that act like built-in sunglasses, protecting our aging eyes from conditions like macular degeneration. The magic of fiber. Let's not forget the fiber. So many of us don't get enough. Fiber in greens helps keep our digestive system happy and regular. No small thing. It also helps stabilize blood sugar levels and manage cholesterol. Beyond the green, but don't stop at green. Think of eating the rainbow. Those vibrant reds, oranges, yellows, and blues and peppers, carrots, tomatoes, and berries contain different sets of powerful antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds. Each color offers unique protection for our cells, making it easy. You don't have to eat a giant raw salad every day if that's not your thing. While raw is great, lightly cooking greens can sometimes even help your body absorb certain nutrients better. Toss a handful of spinach into your scrambled eggs in the morning. Add extra broccoli or carrots to your soup or stew. Roast colorful veggies with a little olive oil. Blend some greens into a fruit smoothie. You might not even taste them. A common mistake. A mistake I often see is people eating only one or two kinds of vegetables. Aim for variety. Different colors and types offer different benefits. The simple, vibrant gifts from the earth, our greens and colorful veggies, are foundational to healthy aging. Eating a variety, consistently, is like building a strong, colorful shield for your body, one bite at a time. But the plant-based powerhouses don't stop there. Another group of humble, affordable foods are absolute staples in the diets of the world's longest-lived people, offering incredible protein and fiber. Let's talk about the mighty beans and lentils. We've filled our plates with vibrant greens and colorful vegetables. A fantastic step. Now, let's talk about another cornerstone of those longevity diets in the blue zones. Humble, affordable, and absolutely packed with goodness. These foods are sometimes called the meat of the poor, but their health benefits are incredibly rich. I'm talking about beans and lentils, the wonderful world of legumes. In places like Costa Rica's Nicoya Peninsula or Sardinia, Italy, beans are a staple eaten almost every day. They are a primary source of nutrition, especially where meat is eaten less often. Nutritional powerhouses for seniors. Why are they so important, especially as we age? Plant-based protein. Beans and lentils are fantastic sources of plant-based protein. This is crucial for maintaining muscle mass, something that becomes even more important to focus on in our 60s, 70s, and beyond to stay strong and independent. Fiber champions. Just like leafy greens, they are loaded with fiber, both soluble and insoluble. This fiber is a superstar for keeping our digestive systems happy and regular. It also helps keep our blood sugar steady after meals and works to lower unhealthy cholesterol. Vitamins and minerals. There are also little treasure chests of vitamins and minerals like folate, magnesium, potassium, and iron, important nutrients that older adults can sometimes miss out on. Simple and versatile. The great thing is, beans and lentils are incredibly versatile and easy to add to your diet. Think of hearty lentil soup, a colorful bean salad, chili loaded with kidney or black beans, mashed chickpeas, hummus, or even adding a scoop of lentils to your pasta sauce. They're filling, satisfying, and delicious. Addressing a common concern. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Beans? They give me gas. That's a common concern, and it's true for some people, especially at first. But often, our bodies just need to adjust. Tips to help include rinsing canned beans well, soaking dry beans overnight and discarding the water before cooking them thoroughly, and starting with small portions, gradually increasing as your body gets used to the fiber. Beans and lentils teach us that truly powerful, health-boosting foods don't have to be expensive or trendy. Often, the simplest, most traditional foods, like a humble bowl of lentil soup, offer incredible nutritional value for pennies. They nourish our bodies deeply. And speaking of nourishing traditional foods, let's move on to another fundamental group found in long-lived diets, one that provides the steady energy we need throughout the day. Next, we'll talk about the real difference between whole grains and their refined counterparts. Alright, we've talked about the incredible power of vegetables, beans, and lentils, foundational plant foods. Now, let's discuss another key to sustained energy and long-term health. A food group many of us eat every single day, but maybe don't think enough about: grains. Think of grains as fuel for your body. But there's a huge difference between putting high-quality fuel in your tank versus, well, something less effective. This is the difference between whole grains and refined carbs. A whole grain is like the entire package. It still has all three key parts: the bran, the germ, and the endosperm. These parts work together, keeping all the natural fiber, vitamins, minerals, and beneficial plant compounds intact. Think of brown rice, oats, quinoa, barley, and bread or pasta made with 100% whole wheat. The refined grains, on the other hand, have been processed and that beneficial bran and germ are stripped away. What's left is mostly just the starchy endosperm. This is your white bread, white rice, and regular pasta. It's like removing all the best parts and just leaving the fuel that burns too fast. Why fiber is your friend, especially now that fiber in whole grains is your absolute best friend. It helps keep your digestion running smoothly, prevents those sharp spikes and crashes in blood sugar, helps manage cholesterol, and keeps you feeling full and satisfied longer, which can prevent overeating. All of this is vital for avoiding common age-related issues like type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and unwanted weight gain. Simple swaps, big impact. Making the switch doesn't have to be hard. Instead of sugary breakfast cereal, try a bowl of steel-cut oats with some fruit. Swap out white rice for brown rice or wild rice. Choose pasta made from 100% whole wheat, or experiment with ancient grains like farro or bulgur in salads or sides. Even small swaps, done consistently, add up over time. A common mistake: be careful with labels. Multigrain doesn't always mean whole grain. Look specifically for the words whole wheat, whole grain, or names like brown rice, oats, quinoa high up in the ingredient list. Choosing whole grains is like choosing high-quality, slow-burning fuel for your body. It provides sustained energy, keeps your internal systems running smoothly, and is a key building block for a long, healthy life. The more whole your food is, the more whole you feel. And speaking of keeping your internal systems running smoothly, especially that all-important digestive system, let's talk about something crucial for not just a happy gut, but a happier mind too. Next, the power of fermented foods and your gut health. So, fueling your body with quality whole grains provides that steady energy throughout the day. And speaking of things that keep your internal systems running smoothly, especially that all-important digestive system, let's talk about something crucial for not just a happy gut, but a happier mind too. Did you know your gut is sometimes called your second brain? It's true. Inside your digestive system is a bustling community of trillions of tiny microbes, your gut microbiome. These little guys do so much more than just help digest your food. They influence your immune system, help you absorb nutrients, regulate inflammation, and believe it or not, heavily impact your mood and brain function through what scientists call the gut-brain axis. Aging gut. As we age, the balance and diversity of these gut microbes can shift, often not for the better, due to diet changes, medications, or stress. This can lead to more digestive issues, affect our immunity, and even influence how sharp our minds feel. Fermented foods to the rescue. That's where fermented foods come in. Foods like plain yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi, miso, and tempeh are made through a process where beneficial bacteria, probiotics, break down sugars. Eating these foods introduces wonderful, friendly bacteria into your gut, helping to restore balance and diversity. Benefits for body and mind. These probiotics don't just improve digestion. They boost your immune defenses and, thanks to that gut-brain connection, growing research shows they can positively influence your mood, reduce anxiety, and support mental clarity. Practical tips. Start small. Just a few tablespoons of sauerkraut on the side of your meal, a cup of plain kefir or yogurt, or adding miso paste to soup a few times a week can make a real difference. Choose options without lots of added sugar or artificial ingredients. Taking care of the tiny world inside your gut is a powerful way to improve how you feel in your whole body and mind. It's a beautiful example of how interconnected we are, even down to the smallest microbes. And speaking of nourishing our bodies from the inside out, let's talk about something that many people fear, but is absolutely essential for healthy aging, especially for your heart and brain. Next, we're diving into the world of healthy fats. We were told to avoid it, that it was the enemy. But we now know that not all fats are created equal, and certain types are not just good for you, they are vital for longevity, especially as we age. Good fats versus bad fats. We want to limit saturated and trans fats found in processed foods, fried items, and fatty meats. But we need to embrace monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats. These are your healthy heroes. Olive oil, the Mediterranean secret. The star player in many blue zones, particularly around the Mediterranean, is extra virgin olive oil, EVOO. This golden liquid is packed with monounsaturated fats that help lower the bad LDL cholesterol and raise the good HDL cholesterol, keeping your heart and arteries happy. But EVOO is more than just heart-healthy fat. It's loaded with polyphenol, powerful antioxidants that fight inflammation and oxidative stress, major drivers of aging and disease. Brain booster. Those same compounds that protect your heart also protect your brain. Regular EVO consumption is linked to a lower risk of Alzheimer's and age-related cognitive decline. It supports memory, focus, and mental clarity. Remember Dr. Hinohara's daily routine included a spoonful of olive oil with orange juice? He swore by it for heart health and vitality. Other healthy fat sources. Don't stop at olive oil. Avocados are another fantastic source of monounsaturated fats and fiber. Fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines are champions of omega-3 fatty acids, EPA and DHA, potent anti-inflammatories that benefit everything from your brain to your joints. Practical tips. Use extra virgin olive oil generously in salad dressings, drizzled over cooked vegetables, or in light sautéing. Choose EVOO in dark glass bottles, stored away from heat and light to protect its antioxidants. Aim to include avocado a few times a week and fatty fish a couple of times a week. A common mistake, fearing all fat. Your body needs healthy fats to function properly, absorb vitamins, and protect your organs. Healthy fats are not something to avoid. They are essential building blocks for a strong heart, a sharp mind, and graceful aging. Choose them wisely and enjoy their nourishing power. Speaking of essential building blocks and tiny powerhouses of nutrition, let's move on to some small but mighty foods that are concentrated sources of healthy fats, fiber, and even those amazing anti-inflammatory compounds we just talked about. Next, we'll cover nuts, seeds, and those often overlooked longevity heroes, herbs and spices. You got it. This is part 9. Tiny powerhouses. Nuts, seeds, herbs, and longevity spices. Sometimes the most impactful things come in small packages. And that is absolutely true for this group. Nuts and seeds refresher. We touched on nuts briefly in a previous video, or you can refer back to part 2 of our previous video on nuts. But just a quick reminder. Nuts and seeds are little bundles of healthy fats, omega-3s and monounsaturated, plant protein, and fiber. They support your heart, brain, and can help maintain muscle mass. Remember, moderation is key because they are calorie-dense, about a small handful or 1 to 2 tablespoons of seeds a day. And choosing unsalted, raw, or dry roasted is best. Soaking them can make them easier on digestion too. Herbs and spices, the flavorful healers. Now, let's talk about the hidden treasures in your spice rack. Herbs and spices aren't just for making food taste good. They are potent sources of antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds. They add flavor without adding sugar or salt, which is fantastic for senior health. Longevity spices to embrace. Turmeric contains curcumin, a powerhouse anti-inflammatory. Add it to curries, soups, scrambled eggs, or make a golden milk latte. Ginger, great for digestion and fighting inflammation. Use fresh ginger in tea, stir-fries, or smoothies. Garlic, known for its benefits for heart health and immune support. Use it generously in cooking. Cinnamon can help with blood sugar control and adds wonderful flavor to oatmeal or yogurt. Rosemary, thyme, oregano. These common herbs are packed with antioxidants. Use them fresh or dried in your cooking. Practical tips. Don't be afraid to experiment. Add a pinch of turmeric to your rice, some ginger to your tea, or extra garlic to your pasta sauce. Growing fresh herbs on your windowsill is easy and makes them readily available. The small things in our diet, like a sprinkle of seeds or a dash of spice, carry incredible power. They can significantly boost the nutritional value and anti-inflammatory punch of your meals without major changes. So, we've loaded up on the good stuff: vibrant plants, quality grains, healthy fats, powerful small foods. Now, it's time to face the less pleasant truth and talk about the silent saboteurs. The foods that can actively work against your efforts for healthy aging. We all love a treat now and then, and that's perfectly fine. But the real danger lies in the sheer amount of added sugar and highly processed foods that have crept into our daily diets without us even realizing it. The sweet danger, added sugar. I'm not talking about the sugar in a piece of fruit. I'm talking about added sugar, the kind put into foods and drinks during processing. Too much added sugar causes spikes and crashes in your blood sugar, stressing your body. Over time, this can lead to insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes. But that's not all. Excess sugar speeds up aging through a process called glycation, where sugar molecules damage proteins in your body, like the collagen in your skin or the lining of your blood vessels. These damaged compounds, called AGEs, contribute to inflammation and diseases like dementia and arthritis. The processed problem: processed foods are often stripped of their natural nutrients and fiber, then loaded with unhealthy fats, sodium, sugar, and artificial additives to make them hyper-palatable, designed to make you eat more than you need. Think about sugary cereals, packaged snacks, frozen dinners, deli meats, sugary drinks, and most fast food. This kind of diet can drain your energy, cloud your thinking, disrupt digestion, and significantly increase your risk of chronic diseases and weight gain. Finding the hidden sugar. Sugar hides everywhere. Check labels for added sugars in places you might not expect: yogurt, salad dressings, sauces, even some seemingly healthy granola bars. Look for words ending in ose: sucrose, dextrose, fructose, syrups, corn syrup, rice syrup, or terms like maltodextrin. Practical steps: be mindful. Read labels like a detective. Try swapping sugary drinks for water infused with fruit or herbal tea. Replace processed snacks with fresh fruit, a handful of nuts, or plain yogurt. What you don't eat can be just as important as what you do. Reducing added sugar and processed foods is one of the most powerful acts of self-care for healthy aging. Now, talking about powerful yet simple acts of self-care, there's one fundamental element that our bodies need desperately, especially as we get older, but which many of us consistently overlook. It's often called the unsung hero of healthy aging: just drinking enough water. But as we age, our sense of thirst can actually diminish, making us more vulnerable to dehydration without even realizing it. Why water is vital for seniors. Water is fundamental for almost every bodily function. It helps with digestion and nutrient absorption, carries nutrients to your cells, and helps move waste through your system, preventing constipation. Circulation and blood pressure, keeps your blood flowing smoothly. Kidney function, helps your kidneys filter waste effectively. Joint lubrication, keeps your joints moving smoothly. Energy levels and brain function. Even mild dehydration can lead to fatigue, dizziness, and affect concentration. Recognizing dehydration. Symptoms in seniors can be subtle: feeling tired, dry mouth, headache, muscle cramps, or feeling a bit confused. These can sometimes be mistaken for other issues. Simple ways to stay hydrated. Make it a habit. Drink a glass of water first thing in the morning. Carry a bottle. Keep a water bottle with you throughout the day and sip regularly. Set reminders. Use a phone app or simply set a timer to remind yourself to drink. Flavor it naturally. Add slices of lemon, lime, cucumber, or some berries to your water if you find plain water boring. Eat water-rich foods. Fruits and vegetables like watermelon, cucumbers, celery, and soups contribute to your fluid intake. How much is enough? A general guideline is around 8 cups, 64 ounces, a day, but listen to your body. You might need more on hot days or if you're more active. Check your urine color. Ideally, it should be pale yellow. Don't underestimate the power of hydration. It's a simple, accessible act of self-care that supports almost everything else you're doing for your health. We've explored powerful strategies for nourishing your body from the inside out through food and drink. But as we learned from the Blue Zones and remarkable individuals like Dr. Hinohara, true longevity and vibrant aging are about more than just what's on your plate. They're about how you live. And that brings us to part 12, Lifestyle Pillars and Dr. Hinohara's Final Wisdom. We've built a strong foundation with food, but to truly thrive in our later years, we need to look at the other essential pillars of a long, healthy life. Let's quickly recap the key lifestyle secrets woven into the lives of centenarians. Natural movement. Find ways to move your body gently but consistently every day. Walking, gardening, taking the stairs. Keeps you strong, flexible, and independent. Quality sleep. Prioritize rest. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep. Establish a relaxing bedtime routine. Your body and brain need this time to repair. Social connection. Nurture your relationships with family, friends, and community. Combat loneliness. Belonging is vital for both mental and physical health. Purpose. Have a reason to get up in the morning, something that gives your life meaning and joy, whether it's a hobby, volunteering, or caring for loved ones. Lessons from Dr. Shigaki Hinohara. Few people embodied these principles like Dr. Hinohara. Living to 105, he showed us that staying active and engaged with meaningful work, maintaining a childlike sense of curiosity, not getting bogged down by overly strict rules, and prioritizing joy and connection were his true secrets. His simple diet, including that daily olive oil, was part of a larger philosophy of living fully. A final, inspiring lesson. Dr. Hinohara's story, and the wisdom from the blue zones, reminds us that longevity isn't about chasing some impossible standard of perfection. It's about pursuing joy, purpose, and connection, one small, positive habit at a time. Age is not something to fear. It's something to live fully and vibrantly. Putting it all together, you now have 12 powerful secrets, from the foods on your plate to the way you move, sleep, connect, and find meaning. You don't have to do them all at once. Pick one that resonates with you today and start there. Health isn't a race. It's a beautiful rhythm you create, day by day. Your most important takeaway. Remember, this information is meant to empower and inspire you, but your health journey is unique. Always consult with your personal doctor or a registered dietitian before making significant changes to your diet or lifestyle, especially if you have existing health conditions or are taking medications. They are your best partners in health. If this video brought value to your life today, please let me know by giving it a thumbs up. I'd love to hear, what is one habit from these 12 secrets that you are going to try this week? Share it in the comments below. Your commitment might just inspire someone else. And if you know someone, a friend, family member, neighbor who could truly benefit from this message about living longer and better, please take a moment to share this video with them. Finally, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and have turned on the notification bell so you never miss a gentle nudge towards better health and a more vibrant life. Coming up next, we're tackling another powerful natural ingredient, turmeric. It's amazing for fighting inflammation, but did you know that combining it with just these 3 common foods can actually be harmful? You absolutely need to know this. Don't miss our next video. Never eat turmeric with these 3 foods. It can harm you. Thank you so much for watching. Here's to living fully, joyfully, and with purpose at every age. We'll see you in the next video.